Okay, friends, now that we've been studying about ancient Egypt for a few weeks now, I am going to test your knowledge. So, starting with the continent where we find the country of Egypt. If you said Africa, you are correct. It's actually a country in northern Africa, northeastern Africa. All right, the major water source that flows from the northern part of the country all the way to the southern part of the country. If you said the Nile River, you are correct. The form of writing that we actually just finished a project doing that the ancient Egyptians invented that used pictures instead of letters. Hieroglyphics, very good. The leader of the ancient Egyptians, what was he called? The Pharaoh. The type of building that the ancient Egyptians invented that they used for the tombs to bury their pharaohs. A pyramid. And the paper that they invented came from a plant that grew along the Nile River. Do you remember what that plant is called? Papyrus. I just love saying papyrus. Kind of sounds like papaya, the fruit. That's papyrus. Okay, let's talk about some of the Egyptian gods and goddesses. Ptah is known as the creator of all the gods, and as you see here, he is carrying like 3 different kind of staffs in his hand. Amun was the father of all of the gods. He is always wearing this very, very tall headdress, and he is also holding a staff as well as an ankh, which we talked a little bit about last week. I don't know if we did, but we're going to talk more about what the ankh means again this week. Ra is the sun god. He has the head of an eagle and the body of a human. He also has on his head the sun, and actually around the sun is a snake that wraps around the sun. Thoth is the scribe of the gods. He is the writer. He writes hieroglyphics. You see him writing on this tablet. And he has the body of a human and the head of an ibis bird. You see that's known for this very long beak. Neith is a goddess. She is a weaver. So if you think about weaving, you would use weaving cloth to make blankets or clothing. And she looks like she's holding some, I don't know if these are weaving tools, but it also looks like a bow and arrow. She's also holding an ankh. Osiris is the judge of the dead, or god of the dead. And he also has a very tall headdress. Sekhet, which I believe is Ra's mother, is the sun flame, and she also has a sun with a snake wrapped around the sun on her head. She has the head of a lion and the body of a human. And then Hapi is the god of the Nile River, and as you see, he is holding a basket that would be dunked into the Nile River, and that would be used for carrying water. And I'm not sure what this creature is, if he is a god or not. But he's a little different in that he has the body of an animal and the head of a human, kind of like the Great Sphinx. Here are some other examples of ancient Egyptian symbols. The ankh represents the power of the sun god. And ancient Egyptians believed that carrying or wearing it brought good luck. So that's why you see many of the gods holding the ankh. Anubis has the head of a jackal, which is a type of dog, and body of a human, and he is the god who helps people move into the afterlife when they die. Tarit, who's right here, she is a goddess who has a hippopotamus head, the limbs of a lion, and if you notice, she has kind of a big round belly because she is thought to be a fierce protector of pregnant women. So these are a woman who's about to have a baby, and she's a protector of babies. Looks like she's also holding the sun on her head as well. Afophus is this fancy snake that you see commonly. It looks like an infinity symbol that was thought to eat up the sun when it disappeared every evening. Kefri is a scarab beetle that pushes a little ball of dirt along the ground. Here it is. To the ancient Egyptians, he stood for the way life started, with the ball being the sun being pushed into the world. Okay. And then Aten, you see here, is another way of drawing the sun god. And as you see, he has little hands that bring ankhs, or he looks like the hands are holding an ankh, which can bring life and good luck to everyone. All right. Oh, yes, got to talk about the Eye of Oros. Oros is the god of the skies, you see as the head of a bird and the body of a human. And his eye represents healing and protection to the ancient Egyptians. So you often see this symbol as well in many of the artworks that the ancient Egyptians used, or in hieroglyphic examples. All right, friends, thanks for watching.